Full name, like full government name, or just like
Whichever name you want to go by.
Jurian Andrews.
And what's your username?
Oof, now I have like several, so like it throws me off. It
Try your new social.
so I don't even think I remember all of them because I didn't make them. Yeah, we'll go with that. Wait, did we do any Afro Vibes ones? Or just all Afro Ronin? Afro Ronin, right? Okay, thank you. So on Instagram, it's Gina Designs, and on Snapchat, Twitch, and TikTok and Twitter. Fuck, there's four of them. It's Afro Ronin. As cliche as it sounds, I've been drawing since I was little. Um, if I remember, it was about fourth or fifth grade that my art teacher at the time, he was the one that kind of noticed my artistic talent. So he pushed me in that direction by having me sign up for a Magna Art program. So for middle school, for those 3 years, I was doing nothing but the basic fundamentals of art, but it wasn't your standard art class. Like they were prepping you for becoming an artist in a more traditional aspect. After I finished, I wasn't able to get into any art programs. However, it was something that still I clung on to. And no matter how much I tried escaping it, no matter how long I stopped drawing, it always kept coming back. And it really bloomed when I went to Broward College. And that was my first introduction to a lot of my friends and professors that really helped make me the person who I am today, like especially art wise. So there was a lot of competition there. There was a lot of motivation there. So I really tended to bloom in that aspect. Since then, I've been trying to find where my career path lies, since art is something that has a lot of branches, a lot of different career choices you can make. Some lead to not so good lives, and some are a lot more fruitful than others. However, from this past year, I think I finally found the career choice that I'm hoping to stick towards. I have several art, and I think a lot of artists have several art inspirations, not just one. If I could pinpoint the first one that I truly remember, it would be a comic book artist by the name of Jim Lee. He's the one that kind of got me inspired to pick back up art and try to emulate his craft. Afterwards, I started gearing towards a lot of other concept artists, a lot of other comic book artists, and just branching out on my fields to have a wide range of other artists that I can choose from. Some like Karl Kupinski to a lot of people know who Kim Jong-gi is, a well-renowned artist and a very famous artist to say the least. To Jorge Jimenez, who made his debut not too long ago, so he's upcoming, and a few others, but then off the top of my head, those are my first ones that come to mind. If I had the mental fortitude, I would probably say a veterinarian. I do love animals a lot, so I would definitely become a veterinarian. And it's a good business to get into as well, and the money aspect. But it's just to sit there through a whole medical class in science is not my forte. But that would be something that I would love to try if I wasn't an artist. Well, you would know. Like Avatar was something that was huge for all of us, and anime in general. So anime like Naruto and Dragon Ball were some of my keystones of inspiration at the time. Then you had shows in like the early 2000s, like Young Justice with their animation style, and not cart. What's what I'm looking for? Art style, I should say. That really influenced me and motivated me to like really watch the show, because as an artist, specifically as a visual learner and a visual artist, I would pick up a comic book just because of how the art looks, without even knowing who the writer is. Now, don't get me wrong, the writer is what keeps me, but the artist is what gets me in the front door, and what makes me what makes me pick it up in the first place. And I tend to use this as references and study those a lot as well. I'm only scratching the surface, because I'm still a beginner. Even though I've been drawing for years and years and years, and I've sold art pieces myself, I still consider myself a beginner, because there's a lot of things I need to learn. I see myself becoming a concept artist. I see myself creating my own like comic book or manga, because I have in my journal right now, I have like an idea that I'm shooting for. I see myself continuing with my Afro Vibes series, where it's a collection of huge drawings, mostly done in charcoal, but I may switch it up in the future. It's a collection of Afrocentric drawings that really kind of showcases what like loving your hair, I guess you can say. So the afros themselves, if you ever get a chance to see any of my drawings, they always look like they have a life of their own. And it's never and each one is relatively different, so there's nothing stagnant about it. And I also hope to influence people as well, whether there's someone who don't know where to go, or maybe I'm the inspiration for why people pick up or reestablish their love for art. So if I can do something like that, I think that'll be amazing. And also, I would love, my number one goal amongst anything else is to create a character or a series that lives past me. So even after I'm long and gone, people will remember this series and they'll always tie back to me, the same way how Naruto and Dragon Ball are going by Kishimoto and Akira Toriyama respectively. So I want to hopefully get something like that. What would I say to my fans or future fans? I would say to them the same thing that I'm learning about myself and learning about the art field itself, is that there are numerous ways of becoming an artist. It's never just one. Not every single time people are going to understand why you do things or how you do things. But no matter who you have in your back corner, the number one person that supports you has to be yourself. You have to be your biggest fan. And if that runs out, you have to have the self-discipline to continue. Don't confuse motivation with lack of self-discipline. I've done that for a long time, and if I didn't do that, I would be a lot better than I am today. Not saying that I am bad now, however, I could be more advanced than I am right now. So don't confuse a lack of motivation. Sorry, don't confuse a lack of self-discipline for a lack of motivation. They're two different things. I would say to my past self, what would I say to my past self? I would say to my past self, thank you. Thank you for not giving up. For continuing to be stubborn and pursue an art career, despite the fact that sometimes you weren't too sure of it yourself. But even though you weren't, in your gut and in your heart of hearts, you knew that you were an artist at hand. So I would say thank you for pushing yourself, even if no one else has done it for you. Thank you for writing things down. I have a lot of different ideas that at the time I may not have been there skill-wise, but in the future it definitely helped me out. So I'm never short of ideas. And I think for my past self, yeah, that would be it. For my future self, I would say to remember this. I feel like this is a stepping stone towards something even better. Remember the clear path that was given to you. Remember that paths also tend to fluctuate. Remember that, as I mentioned before, to keep the self-discipline. Don't ever lose that whenever it comes to anything, whether it comes to art, whether it comes to physical fitness, whether it comes to things that you don't want to do. Your motivation is secondary, your self-discipline is first. So never truly forget that. And also never forget why you became an artist in the first place and the fun aspect of it. Don't forget the joy. Any closing thoughts? Earlier today, I was not feeling myself at all. I had, for lack of a better term, got into it with my mom about this very same topic. And it was about not going the school route when it comes to becoming a concept artist or becoming an artist in general. I know for a fact my mom wants the best for me, even if she doesn't say it in the most healthy of ways, because unfortunately she tends to yell and scream, and even though she may calm herself down and think things through at the end of it, the first initial impression is what always sticks with me the most. So the initial yelling and screaming is what tends to stick. I'm happy that I have people that are there for me, whether they know how to communicate it or not. I'm happy that I have people who support me and who understand me. And that's probably the best thing I could ever ask from anyone, is people who help me. So yeah.
I guess this is probably more plug your socials and stuff like that. Anything else? Anything like that?
Nah, I think that's it. That's all I think I have.